Welcome, everybody. We're here with the Anchor Point All-Star Dads podcast, and you're here with your host, Billy Gasky.
And Travis Green.
And we got
Rob
Challenger here as well, Big Rob. But we have a great guest, special guest with us, Austin Sullins. He's here. He's been with the All-Star Dads program, the group, for about 6 years now. So we're going to ask him a few questions, kind of give his feedback, some of his testimony on that, and what's been good with him. So, yeah, I'll turn it over to you. Kind of talk through maybe having kids, and what does it look like now that you've been in the program and actually stepping over the coaching side.
Well, first off, I want to thank you, Billy and Travis, for having me here. It's a great opportunity, a whole new learning experience, really. But yeah, I've been with the program for a few years now since it first started, and before I had kids, I didn't really think of myself to be a dad.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, who does unless you're planning? And it changed my life. I started off with my son in 2016, and he changed my life, and I've never visualized life as it is now compared to like before I had them. A few years later, in 2018, I had my daughter, and it's a challenge, but it's a gift from God. I give you that, and it will definitely turn your life around for the best.
Yeah.
And this program has helped a lot. It's gained a lot of knowledge on to be a better father, a better man in life, and even a better husband at times. And being with this program, seeing the changes is amazing, and I can say I am very honored to be transitioning from a student to one of the coaches now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. We're glad to have you. So, when you found out the first time you're having your son, what went through your head? What were some of the challenges you were dealing with? What brought you to, what got you here to into this program? Like, what are some of the things surrounding that?
So when I first found out that my wife at the time was pregnant, it was kind of shocking to hear about it, because I was kept on trying, thinking maybe I can't have kids, maybe she can't have kids, and then it hit me like a train saying that she got the news. I seen the test, everything, and I started like dropping a lot of old habits. I was drinking real hard there, doing this and that, and I was like, I need to step my game up, be a better dad, be a better role model. I can't just throw my life away and one day expect, like, wake up, have my son, and one day I'm not there no more. So I needed to do a lot of changing then, and we found out about Anchor Point at the time before the program was started, and they gave us a lot of parenting classes and how to deal and expect going to the hospital for birth, and then gave a little helpful tips from when they're infants to about 3 years old. And they helped out a lot with giving diapers, some formula if you needed it, and everything. And it was just a great experience. And I talked to a lot of the original staff at the times, and they had the idea of getting All-Star Dads going. They were like, we want to make it more fit for the dads, not make it just seem like it's more both parents and focusing more on the moms. I noticed a lot of new dads coming in during like the parent classes with everything. They seemed a little like I guess the word would be like segregated in a way.
Yeah.
Like there's like, okay, it's more focused towards the women of the group instead of us. It's like, well, what do we do?
Yeah. Yeah. In the lobby or truck twiddling thumbs, but now you get some mentorship, you get some support from other dads, and that was very valuable.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
valuable.
Yeah, because that can be a struggle, man. You're going into a situation that's not just foreign to the mom, but it's foreign to the dad, too. You haven't been put in this situation before. And, to have a program now that dads can come in and be vulnerable and talk about the challenges that they're going through and the stuff that they're facing, and have a peer support group of not just people here to tell you to do it the right way, but people here that are going to walk through it with you because they're literally going through the same thing. Yeah, this program's absolutely amazing.
So 2016, 2018, you have your son and daughter. What does that look like now? You got 2 kids. How you feeling? How you doing? Where's your mind at?
So it's a great feeling. With them growing up, going through changes, finding out who they really are, it's really playing a toll on my mind. Dealing like, okay, these aren't the same sweet little babies I had. They're starting to get their own character development. So we have our little bashing heads here and there, but they're great kids. And any parent in the same situation, they agree to the same. And the best thing about it is just making the memories. Because once they get older, everything changes, and you can't get that back, you know.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, I've got a 14-year-old, and you know, of course, she's the oldest of the bunch, but we age from 14 to 12 to, oh my gosh, she's going to shoot me for this, but
9.
my 9-year-old and my 5-year-old. Look at this. But you're right. I mean, things change, and I notice there's things with my 14-year-old, even that turning point of 12, 13 years. I noticed that change up front where I couldn't do certain things with her as I could with my 9-year-old at the time, or my younger ones at the time. So yeah, those times are precious for sure. I know earlier we were talking. We were in our session today for the first time, or the first of the year, and one thing we mentioned was mentorship and how important that is, and something for me that we talked about was the having a mentor. I think is important. You know, that's why I think this program's so great, because as I was younger, you know, you have your family, like your dad or your mom, that may be trying to pour into you. You know, like myself, I had my dad around, but you know, we had our differences, just like anybody. But I think if you have somebody outside of your family or outside of maybe your blood, or I mean, not even your blood, but have somebody there that's able to kind of speak into you, guide you, you know, maybe knock on your door and say, hey, man, keep you accountable on things. I think that's very important. And that's why I think this program's so great. You know, I think you got some guys, like even today, everybody connected. He said, man, there's a lot of different people in there. Man, we don't all look alike. You know, we don't, some have tattoos, some don't. But I think that's a great thing, because, I mean, we all have different perspectives. I think Rob said that earlier today. We all have different perspectives that we can bring to the table and learn from each other, because I want to grow too. I mean, I got 4 girls. I'm still learning. So, but it's important. So let's get it back to you. So I don't think we talked any about before having kids. What did that look like for you?
Honestly, before having kids, I would say my life was in a path that I was about to lose it. You know, I was losing myself, and, you know, a little history about myself. I wasn't going on the right path as, you know, the normal person in worlds, focusing on work. No, I was focusing on more being selfish. What did I want to do? Everything, whether it was good for my health or not. And, you know, having kids, it saved me from that again, you know, because the way it was looking like I was falling down the wrong path, and it was a wake-up call. It really did save me, and it being what your beliefs are, it can have been a sign from God, or it's just a sign from the universe saying, hey, get your stuff together, get your life going, because this is not for you.
Yeah.
It had better plans for you. And being a dad, you know, it's a struggle. Nobody's ready for it. I don't care who you are.
Not even playing for it.
You'll never be ready for it. So
there's no book out there.
This right here, it is the best life-saving and learning experience anybody can ask for, you know, whether you being a father yourself, a stepdad, or just even, you know, that one family friend, uncle, you know. Statistically, there needs to be some sort of father figure, like, but rather, we don't live in a perfect world where you're always going to have that mom and dad always together. I mean, let's be real. But statistically, a child, boy, girl, whatever, needs to have a father figure and a mother figure in their life to be, you know, what they need to do in life. You know,
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I like how you said having kids saved me. I can relate to that too, because you know, I had my issues with alcohol, you know, early on. I like to party, you know, I guess call me party boy or whatever back in the day. But, you know, having my first one, I was still kind of in that stage, like, my parents can watch my girl. We can go out.
This.
Yeah, we can balance this out. But it was not. So as I got older and more mature, it kind of settled down, and that definitely recognized that was an issue, and they definitely open your eyes. Kids open your eyes.
Oh, for sure. And I'll be honest too. You know, when my son was first born, I was still in that mindset of like being selfish, and it hurts to admit it, but I'm to this day, I'm still not the perfect dad. You know, I lost a lot of time that I should have spent when he was a newborn toddler, but I threw it away because I wanted to spend time with people I thought were friends, do things that I thought was, you know, fun for me. But in reality, I was just being, you know, ignorant, you know. And then in my ignorance, I lost memories that I can never get back to this day. So that's why right now it whatever part of life you're in right now, if whoever's listening, it's never too late to get your stuff together. You know,
Yeah,
that's right.
It's better late than never. So
That's right.
That's awesome. So, what caused the paradigm change from you to go from, hey, I'm getting something out of this, to, hey, I want to give something back to it?
you know, watching my kids like grow up and everything, and seeing what I'm, you know, obtaining from this program, it's like I see a lot of people in this group coming in, whether it be people that have been it since the start with me, or just these new dads, new role models coming in. It's like I want to spread, you know, the change that this program has made me, and it's just like if I can help somebody change like I did, I know I'm doing something right, and this program is doing. It's like you can't save 100, but if you can save at least one, you're doing something right.
There you go. That's awesome. Good.
Cool. So, what now as a mentor do you really want to gain out of this program?
To be honest, this is still kind of a shock. I really don't see myself as a full-on mentor yet, but you know, I got to get something I got to get used to. I mean, just anybody listening or anybody who met me or has not met me, feel free to reach out. You know, I'm here. I'm a phone call away. I know what it's like to not have anybody to talk to, whether it be getting advice to be a dad or just getting advice in life. You know, we all need that one person, and if you have that one person, it will be all right. And that's what I hope to do. I hope to change or even save somebody, you know, from themselves or from the world. You know, I mean, we all can't be Clark Kent, Superman, but we can at least, you know, be everybody's local hero. You know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the ability to actually give back, you know, to step away and the selfless act of saying, hey, you know, I've got something from this, and now I feel like I need to give back, is just, it's an unbelievable feeling to know that your story matters, and your story matters to the point to where you can help other people. And a lot of people, they can't get over that. They think that they're just stuck in this state to where they need help. But at some point, you know, we never stop needing help, but we can always provide help. And like you were saying, we were talking earlier about 3 a.m. friends. You know, if we all as men can come together and realize that we can talk about these things. We are all going through similar things, these struggles through parenthood, through custody cases, through crazy baby mamas, through any kind of drama, through in-law drama, through your own parents' drama, through not having someone in your life to really show you how to get there. You know, it's kind of like you wouldn't ask someone for directions to get to Disney World if they've never been there, right? So a lot of us grew up with people that never been to Disney World, and we're asking them, how do you do these things? And to the best of their ability, like we're saying, you can't fault your parents or the role models in your life for what they don't know. But at this point, we can come together and put all of our collective heads together, going through all these different walks of life, and say, hey, we know a few things, and each one of us knows a little bit different than the other, and we're all willing to share with each other and share with other people. Like you said, that one person we can reach out to, you know, and keep a family together, so that child then has a better chance in the future.
All right, that's it for today. I want to appreciate Austin Sullins checking us out, coming in with some awkward questions, right? No, it was a good time. Appreciate you kind of opening up with us, sharing some of your own perspective on joining the program and moving up to being a coach of the program. So that's outstanding, man. So we'll definitely be in touch. But yeah, and thanks for everybody tuning in. Check us out. We should have some social media stuff coming soon. This is this is a group that's focused on fatherhood. So if that's something that you're in the realm of, check us out.